Hello traders, Gary Wagner here, just after 10 o'clock in Honolulu, 4 o'clock in New York on Wednesday, the 18th day of March, 2015, and this is the daily report for gold and silver. Exceptional move to the upside in gold, currently trading, as you can see, it's moving up as we speak, but trading roughly at $11.73, putting it up $25 on the day. The low $11.45.60, the high $11.74. We're just off the highs right now, and you can see that on this daily chart. Of course, yesterday we sent out a trade alert, which in essence got us out at a push on our last trade. I did not want to be in if we were going to see this market turn around, which it in fact did. But the interesting thing is on this particular move, this tremendous move, it's really dollar weakness and not buying of gold that has precipitated this move. And let me show you what I mean by putting up the Kitco dollar index. And so traders, I've done just that. I've put up the dollar index. You can always go to kitco.com to get this. But this is the dollar index. And one thing that you'll notice when we look at prices of gold right now, the change that we're looking at right now in terms of whether it's dollar strength or buying, actually due to normal trading, it is actually trading off about 60 cents on the day. When we add dollar strength in, we get a plus of about 2%. So this basic move is all about the dollar weakness. And we'll look at a chart in a second. Silver also showing a dramatic move to the upside, trading above 1609. It has had a low of 1544, and it is trading on the high right now at about 1609. We'll touch on silver in a little bit. So traders, it's all about the Fed minutes that were released, and also the question and answer series that was there with Janet Yellen today. Now, they did take out the word patience, and that is what precipitated this market move. But Yellen went on to add that taking out the word patience doesn't mean impatience in the market. So she had that calming effect. Of course, what we saw really was an all-out rally in the equities markets as we saw the Dow close over 1800 again, and we saw the dollar under tremendous weakness. Now, we are currently trading at roughly 1172, and we could seriously have some sort of a bottom in the market with this kind of a move here. Whether or not it can hold support is something that we're going to have to determine. We're right up here at our first level that we would have of resistance, which is 1175. And I don't think that we'll take that out currently, but we'll have to see. The key with me is the fact that this was precipitated so much by a dollar weakness and not buying of gold really begs the question whether or not we're going to see follow through with this basic turnaround. Now, as I said, it's been all about the dollar, and to really illustrate that, let's go ahead and pull up a dollar chart. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a weekly chart, of course, but we did have just a little bit of weakness. Even if we go to our daily chart in the market, you'll get a much better idea of what kind of fall we're witnessing as this dollar just drops. Now trading at around 96. You can see it is still actively trading. But the key is it's a tremendous fall from just above 100 now to 96. And so it's all about the dollar right now. The dollar is just falling out of bed. As you can see, as we are doing the show, the dollar continues to drop. And of course, as it continues to drop, that will absolutely be supportive, very supportive of gold. And you can see right now as we watch this, it's just dropping to new low after new low on this daily chart. I've never seen this type of a fall or rise, this kind of a range in quite some time. Look at this in comparison to some of these days where we saw a rise. Let's go ahead and blow this up. But even on these large days that have risen, this one day has really taken up a lot of the slack, and you don't really have any real support on a technical basis in the dollar till we get to about 94. And I'm basing that really on these series of lows here. In other words, as the market came up, we had this long period, or not that long, but a long period of market consolidation. Then we had this tremendous rise. We had some weakness on the last couple of days, and today we've got the dollar literally falling out of bed. And as I said, we did get the Dow Jones Industrial. That closed above 1,800. Now, the Standard & Poor's E-mini had hit a high of about 2,100, is now backed off of that at about 2,093. But you can see on this half a day chart, the tremendous rise that we have seen in the Standard & Poor's today. Also, interestingly enough, we're looking at the VIX, which is our volatility index. You can see how that has just literally declined tremendously over the last couple of days, as high at around 17. Now the VIX, or volatility index, is sitting at around 14. Also, when you look at oil, which was closer to 40, about 41, you can see it's now back. This is a one-day move in the market right here. And we currently have crude oil trading at around 45.27. And also, when we look at silver, this is our daily silver chart. You can see that it has gone well past any kind of level of resistance that we had identified, roughly at 1580, 1581. You can see that here. Currently trading above at about 16, but a tremendous move in silver. So traders, just to give you an idea of the volatility that we're seeing in the market today, I brought back the daily chart, and even though it's been only a few minutes it has gone by since I recorded our analysis on the dollar, you can see that it has come off of these lows right here and is now at 97.31. I mean, this is a tremendous, tremendous move in the dollar index. And I've pulled up a very, very short-term chart, this being a 60-minute chart in the dollar index, just to give you an idea. This is all this last hour in trading, hitting this low just above 94.50 right here. And look at how much ground it has gotten back. Of course, we had solid sell-offs over the last couple of hours preceding this last hour in trading, but I've not, as I said, traders, I've not witnessed this kind of volatility in the market in the dollar. I've never seen it, but this is just a tremendous, tremendous move in the market. Now, we do have gold now starting to back down a little bit, trading at around 70, 71, 72, because as this dollar moves up off the lows, of course, that's going to have a direct impact because we are pairing gold against the dollar. When we fix a price, it's going to give us, it's going to take back some of the gains that we've seen. As I said, really, what we need to do is to let the dust settle, see if it can make it above here. But I will tell you this, this is the kind of basic turnaround that we have looked for in the market. My only question on this turnaround here is the fact that it is dollar weakness that has really pushed the price of gold up rather than buying coming into the market. And therefore, if we're going to see continued dollar weakness, we would see continued bullish strength in the market. If in fact that would happen, we could see this market move as high, I believe, as about 1220, 1221. That would be the move that I would look for if we really develop a dollar weakness trend or a softening in the dollar over this next week. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. Talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.